Today I'm going to try some live meme coin trading with my 0.2 Solana balance. I'm going to try and find some live meme coin trades. And while we do that, we can go over some opportunities that have already run today, go over why they've run. So let's jump straight into it. Here I'm using Nova on the Cosmos section. I did mention in previous videos my specific filters that I'm using. You can quickly pause the video to check the filters that I'm using here on the newly created section and then the soon to graduate section. They're the two most important sections that you want to be focusing on. The already graduated coins have sort of run too late. Only want to be getting into opportunities before they've run at that 10 or 25,000 in market cap. And if you do remember from the previous videos, we're always focusing on these community coins. Now, I'm not saying that community coins are the only coins that are running, but they just have the highest probability right now to not be a rug, not be a scam, and actually have an opportunity to get to that graduated and multiple hundred thousands in market cap. Because the strategy really has changed a little bit from a few months ago, where now we're really entering into coins at that super low market cap and seeing what opportunities we can actually get from that. So here we can see in the soon to graduate, we see two tokens. So let's actually open them up and analyze them. Feeling and a MOG. Let's actually go over. So this video, I'll really just be doing it completely live. We'll be doing as least takes as possible. I will actually explain this indicator a little bit later on in the video. Let me just get rid of it for now. You can actually add it to your chart. So here we have this one, feeling. So we're always going over, checking the community. Let's go over, have a look at the community, and always scrolling down. Come over to holders and actually check this particular coin and see, is this coin bundled? One thing that I always focus on as well is similar tokens. We can see that there has been some similar tokens in the past, and I don't really like to see that, because it's basically just somebody just running off the back of a coin from a few months or days ago. Here it looks like overall the coin isn't bundled. But one thing that I was actually looking at this coin a little bit earlier, I was having a look at the trades, and here I really didn't like how many seconds was between each trade. You can see sometimes there's about 30 seconds between some trades. Here there's about 20 seconds, 10 seconds. In between here, there's 30 seconds, nearly another 30 seconds. So I'm really not loving the overall volume on this coin as much as it isn't bundled. We can go over and check its community. As I mentioned, I want to see its contract address in the bio. I also want to see it in the pinned comment. And I do want to be scrolling through and be seeing a lot of comments from influencers, from people actually getting involved. Looks like basically all of the volume on X is coming from the admin. So really not something that's super interesting. With this super low amount of volume, I guess we are coming into this low market cap area, but it just doesn't give me enough to say we can even make it back to all-time highs. This is something I'll keep open, but not really an opportunity I want to jump into. Then we can also see this coin. So already just off the bat, it does look like a bundle. Let's just scroll down, have a look at all the holders. And yeah, 100% it's bundled. As you can see, all the top wallets, all funded with the same amount of Solana 5 days ago from the same wallet. And yeah, so definitely a bundle. Definitely don't want to get involved in this. So current two opportunities that we do see. One's a bundle and one's just a really low volume community coin. So if it looks like if I do enter here, I could be in for multiple hours, and that's just not something I want to be taking advantage of. I want to be taking advantage of really quick opportunities. So as I mentioned in a previous video, you just have to be patient here. A lot of the times why people are losing money in meme coins is because they're forcing trades. They're finding any opportunity and just jumping in without doing the checks that I'm showing you. So that's really the most important. Sometimes actually sitting on your hands and not taking a trade can be the most profitable thing to do. Here, let's look at on the graduated section. Let's find a community coin that has run, and let's see why it's run. So here we've got Frank Inu, and it's at a 300,000 market cap. So let's go over and have a look at this one. So Frank Inu can actually explain this indicator as well. So we can come down. It doesn't look like it would be bundled if it ran to a multiple 100,000 market cap. When we do see the similar coins, it looks like Frank Inu was the first one, and now there's been a lot of spin-offs, so that's a good thing to see. This is the original coin, and there's now become a lot of spin-offs. Then I'd want to jump over to the community, have a look at the community. We can see it's got the contract address pinned in the bio, pinned in the comments section. And actually, as we scroll through, there's a lot of volume from traders that isn't the admin, a lot of influencers here. So this shows the difference between a really strong coin that has the chance to run to multiple 100,000s in market cap, and a coin that's basically a rug, basically a scam, and doesn't even have the chance to even get to something like its bonding curve. So here, that's really the difference we can see in a coin that really potentially has a lot of value. Now, what I also want to point out is this indicator that I'm using on the chart. So what it's actually showing is the amount of volume at specific price levels. So you can actually add it to your chart. Go to this indicators section and type in volume profile. And then we want volume profile visible range. We can see volume profile visible range here. That's the one I have. Now what it's showing is the amount of trades coming in at a specific price. So we can see the most amount of trades that have ever happened for Frank Inu are coming in at this 250,000 market cap level. Now, what that actually tells me right here is that this 250,000 market cap level looks like a really strong support, because we can also see that these bars show in green or blue that the buying volume, and red is the selling volume. So there's been a huge amount of buying coming in this area, which signals to me that this could be a potential buy for a long-term trade. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm really looking for quick scalps, especially because I'm starting with a balance of 0.2 Solana, so I can teach all of you guys. But right here, this definitely looks like a stronger trade with a larger balance that I could use for more of a swing trade, because all of the volume is coming in at this price. Then we could look for a strong swing higher, even back to old all-time highs, or even back to around this 500,000 market cap. So that's just something I wanted to cover for you guys, really go over this particular indicator that I'm using and cover why this coin is actually running. So let's jump back to Nova, see if we can find any more opportunities. We'll jump back to feeling and see what's happening with it. As I mentioned, yeah, really didn't light up to me as a good opportunity. It's just running so slow, no volume. Doesn't look like a potential coin that can run. Now, is there any trades coming online? If they've already hit the graduated section, it's sort of too late, because for Frank Inu, like if I bought at 250,000 market cap, it has to go up to 500,000 market cap for me to really have any profit, especially with a small trading balance. So the best opportunities for me would be in these more small market cap coins. Here we have an opportunity. My raid. Let's go through and see if there is trade. I really want to be taking a live trade for you guys so we can watch everything. What I might have to do in the next video, if we don't get a trade, is actually take a trade off camera and then go over that trade. You see 7 hours ago. So when was this coin launched? Looks like it potentially is a spin-off. Are we bundled? So currently it looks like no. Currently not bundled. Jump over to the community and have a look at that. Prediction markets. Okay. From politics, sports to gaming. Okay, so this is interesting. Prediction markets. Myriad.markets. Let's go and have a look at this. This could be an opportunity right here. Interesting. So this looks like basically a poly market version. Borrowed markets. Let's see. Keep an eye on the community. Is there much coming through? Actually looks like it could have some potential here. We got 2 members. Here we go. We got someone talking 46 seconds ago. Guess we're not really going to see a dump. As I mentioned, really what you like to see is these strong pumps and then strong dumps, 50% dumps down. Guess we already had that. We moved to the 10,000 market cap. Sitting at around 8,000. Actually, it does seem pretty strong. If this is going to be a poly market contender, you could easily see this running to 100,000 plus market cap. This is extremely new. So there's not many people talking about it right now. Actually, keep an eye on this one. Wasn't bonded. Wasn't bundled. Go back and check these ones. Yeah, feeling we can just close that. Frankinu, probably just close that. But as I mentioned, it showed that why the market volume was showing very strongly there. Really want to see a few more members jump in and see more people speaking. Doesn't even have the contract address pinned. Doesn't have the contract address pinned. Not what I want to see, because if people were to see this from X, they would be thinking, okay, that's great, but how do I get into the contract address? You have to scroll all the way down here to find that. So that's probably not an opportunity I want to jump into right now. Would have expected if it was going to catch on, it probably would have hit all-time highs already. So it looks like, oh, there we go. That one was probably a bundle. Just close that one. So sometimes, yeah, we don't want to be forcing opportunities. If you're forcing opportunities, you'll be finding that you're probably losing over the long run. You might catch one strong opportunity, but over the long run, you'll actually be losing. So better off to be a little bit cautious and then catch those really strong runners and trying to just dump all your money into any old opportunity. It really looks like here, the Frank Inu really pointed out, that's why I really love this indicator, really pointed out well why so much volume. And now what we're seeing, you can see how this indicator is now pointing out, as we're going higher, there's a lot of volume coming in, but now it's changing. Now we're getting a lot of red volume, a lot of red volume, a lot of red volume. If I was holding the coin, this is probably where I'd be exiting, because right now a massive amount of sales is coming through. So as much as down here, when we were looking to buy, massive amount of buy volume, it's 90% buy volume over sell volume. But here, there's a lot more sell volume coming in. So just want to be cautious. And as price moves higher, you're selling a portion, and selling a portion of your position. Here, overall, not really interested in this one. Doesn't look great. If I wanted to buy, it really would be down here. But it looks like there's nobody really getting behind this community. Doesn't have the right setup. He's actually changed the first post. But again, there's no contract address. It's not really something we want to see. So move on to the next opportunity if we do have one. If I can't find one for this video, what I'll do is I'll pause it for the next video. I'll actually take a trade, and then we can go back and analyze why I took that trade, where I bought in, where I was taking profit, analyze their community, and all those types of things. And so near perfectly, as I said, there was a lot of sell volume coming in at this 500,000 level. And look, now we're already dropping down 25%, over 30%. So this indicator is really, really valuable. And as much as I haven't been able to take a trade in today's video, I'm sure this information is very, very valuable for you to be able to take trades for yourself when you are meme coin trading. So when you're actually, you can use this information very, very well. And even here, it looked very, very good, my raid, but overall wasn't an opportunity I took. And I'm very, very glad I didn't, because it's well below the price that I was looking to enter. Really, a little bit slow today, which can be, but there's always opportunities nearly every single day. So we'll come back when when I actually do find a live trade, and you'll see that in the next video. Don't forget to check out Nova. You get the link in the video description. You get a huge discount on all your trading fees, and you'll get a cashback percentage. Smash the like and subscribe. Tap the notification bell for future videos, and I will be seeing you in the next one.